Steve.
Hey, RC. You know my chop-top truck I've been telling you about? Well, this is it. And my drag racing friend Eddie Hill is in town. And he said if I'd meet him at the local Super Shop store, he'd give me some tips on making it run as good as it looks. Obviously, Eddie's here. In 1988, longtime drag boat veteran Eddie Hill got serious about his asphalt quarter-mile career. He won 4 NHRA National Championship events, became the first driver ever into the 4-second zone, and clocked the fastest speed in drag racing history at 288 miles per hour, the Texan. Ursi, hi.
Well, hi, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing just great. This is Eddie's wife, Ursi, the lady that keeps him going in a straight line. Well, most of the time. What is it, personal appearance time or what?
Oh, you caught me doing my very favorite thing today, and that's shopping.
Racing stuff?
Oh, there's cleaners and waxes and all kinds of stuff. Very good variety here.
And the way you guys travel, there's a Super Shop everywhere you go, everywhere anybody goes.
Oh, we race coast to coast, and there's usually a Super Shop store right close to the racetrack. It's very convenient.
Just between us, do they let you just take anything you want?
No, we pay for it just like the other customers do, and that's a really nice point because they have high-performance discount pricing. You know that.
Hey, Steve. Glad to see you made it.
There you are.
You two go ahead and talk. I'm going to pay for this.
Good to see you again.
You too. I can't think of anybody better than a Texan to talk to about a pickup truck. And I want to wake up that small block Chevy in my 69. And I want to start with a camshaft.
Well, that's a good idea. You know, when I put one of these Urson cams in my car, I ran faster and quicker than anybody ever did. And I know you don't want to run 493 with your truck, but the thing you do need is a good high-quality cam and one that's suited for your application and where all the components work together, you know, where everything's compatible. And these guys at Super Shops are experts. They can pick the right grind for you, and they can fix you up with a compatible kit, you know, like they've got on the wall here.
Lifters and springs.
Yeah, that and everything else it takes to work together to do a good job for you.
Okay, what do you recommend, Eddie, for an ignition system?
Ignition. Step down to this end of the counter.
You know, Eddie, I've done so many TV pieces on that yellow dragster of yours, I'm starting to recognize pieces of it. That looks exactly like the cap on your Magnetos.
Well, you're right, Steve. You know, Mallory has taken one of the best parts of the Super Mag 3 magnetic ignition and incorporated it into this one. This is a Comp 9000 Unilite breakerless ignition, and this stuff up top is very heavy duty.
287 mile an hour stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. This is great stuff. The ignition system from here down, though, is more like what you're going to need on your truck. It's, as I said, it's a breakerless ignition and more suitable for the street. And you know, Steve, I'm not the only guy out there running and winning with Mallory ignition. Kenny Bernstein uses Mallory Super Mag 3 just like I do on my car.
And his crew chief, Dale Armstrong, as you know, is just about the fussiest guy around as far as the equipment that he uses.
Yeah, I hear that. On the other hand, guys like Rear and Marson don't need a magnet ignition for their gasoline-powered rigs.
Yeah, they're pro stock.
Right. What you'd probably need for your truck is something like this for the street version of the kind of ignition they use.
What about wires?
Well, Steve, you can't do any better than the Mallory Pro Sidewinder ignition wire.
Okay. Hey, Eddie, can you believe the reception to Mallory's new electric fuel pumps? Incredible.
That's a dynamite fuel pump. Those deals really work. And also, they're ultra quiet. In fact, I'm fixing to put one on my streetcar as soon as I get home. You know, Steve, some of these components we've been talking about are not legal in California, like it says on the countertop sign there, but the Super Shops experts can fill you in on that part of it, too.
Good enough for Eddie Hill, good enough for me. But there's 2 different models. Which one do I want? And which Urson cam is right for my truck? And we've got a number of different Mallory models.
Now, wait a minute. Before you get into that, for specific street recommendations, you're going to have to do what I do. Get one of the experts here at Super Shops to dial you in on the particular items for your application.
Okay.
Hey, Dave. Come help Steve.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, I overheard you and Eddie talking about you needed a pump and a camshaft. A couple of questions I need to ask you so I can get you the right application. First of all, I need to know the carburetor manifold combination that you're going to use. I also need to know the RPM range that you're looking for. I also need to know the type of driving that you're going to drive your vehicle and the type of use you're going to use it for. I need to know the gear ratio, and I also need to use the type of transmission you're going to use.
Steve, you're in good hands. I've got a drag race to get ready for.